hi, Grower. Sorry. I just, like, hit the start button and then forgot. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. It is January 1st. The fuck is the year? 2018, man. Hey, Uphill, what's up, man? This is the hangover stream of the year. First stream of the year. First thing in the morning at 8:30 in the morning. Boston time. I don't know what time it is for you guys. But yeah. I hope you're all in good shape. I hope you have had a wonderful night and you're ready to ring in the new year. I'm gonna ring it in with some indie dev. I didn't think you guys would be up. I thought I would be alone for a while here. I need some jams to start the day with. Make sure you guys can't hear my audio. Yeah, okay. Kinda sick of Christmas music. Okay. Alright. Can you guys hear me okay? Do you hear the radiator behind me? You can't hear me, right? Yeah, okay. Getting started with our shit together here. Cool. Alright. When last we left off, which was like not that long ago actually, a matter of less than 24 hours ago, I was gray boxing, or I was just lining up the the footprint for roughly where I wanted the trombone to go. So like, here, let me hide all this stuff. So basically, you guys remember when I made this? This is kind of the rough first pass of the opening area. This is the art backdrop for that. And I was moving around all the different level fragments to kind of figure out where they would be in the world. And if you guys recall, I did have a stream where I showed you making this this tool where yeah, I'll just show it real quick. So if you have like a level like this, I have this really gross blutility tool that I need to really work on. I made this little script, and all it does is it creates a little quick art backdrop, and then you can hide this level and you kind of see like a gross version of the level with like a skirt and stuff. So anyway, I was working on, all I did yesterday after the stream was take the stuff that I had laid out for forearms, and I made these sections out of it, which is just literally, I took the levels I had made and I just ran that script twice, once for each of the sections. So now, and I ran it here for this one. So now I've got like the major narrative beats, the sections for all the major narrative beats in, and they look like this. So this is kind of like the footprint for the world. There's another bunch of stuff that happens back here, and I think this means nothing to you guys, but there's a couple levels that'll happen within buildings that'll probably have different art, and I'll figure out how that's going to look later. But anyway, yeah, so this is the beginning of what the world is going to look like, theoretically, kinda, at some point. Happy New Year, Sniper. How's the head? The head's alright. The head's okay. The stomach's not super great. We're gonna do, like, I'm thinking the way this is gonna work is I'm probably gonna take a lot of breaks. So rather than having 2 long streams, it's probably gonna be like a couple short ones. I actually started this super early so that I could go get groceries at some point, because I have no food. And ordering delivery on New Year's Day is usually rough because everybody does that and nobody wants to work. So, like, if you want pizza, you're not alone, and also nobody's delivering pizza. So you're probably not going to get a pizza. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go get groceries and stuff at some point here. It's very cold in Boston. Walking to and from New Year's was rough. And it's only getting worse. Like next weekend's -9. I'm not looking forward to it, man. Okay. So anyway, this is the rough footprint for the world. What is my goal? I want, if possible, because I'm having Mojica play on Wednesday. This is a bit aggressive, but I want to get the game to feel like how I want the game to feel, as far as getting into and out of the levels a little bit by Wednesday. Maybe. I mean, I have to work tomorrow and Wednesday, so we'll see. That limits the number of hours I have. So this is my main menu. You guys have seen this a million times. Oh, another thing I did yesterday was this black box, I just turn it off when the game starts. So now when you load into the game, you're seeing all the stuff that was happening behind you before. Which, like, here, let me delete my save file. Well, I mean, who's gonna deliver, Sniper? Think it through, man. Some angel. Maybe. Tumble. Oh man, I am in rough shape. I'm a professional, it's fine. It is nice to wake up and not, after a day of partying, and not have that cigarette taste in your mouth. Like, for a long time I looked forward to that, but now that I don't smoke, it's kind of like, that's actually kind of refreshing. Okay, yeah, so I want it to look, so when you go into a level, that's what I want. I want that feel. When you go out to a menu, okay, when I quit, I want to go back to that camera. Where's my main menu camera? The other thing I did was I added a camera to the world. I forgot to mention that. Right here. Okay. So, I go back to main menu. Oh god, brain go. Okay, a couple things. When I start the game, if I'm in the main menu, I don't want to immediately zoom. Whoa. Crap. I don't want to zoom into her. So... show me everywhere I'm setting the camera. I'm not going to assume we do that. I'm only going to do that if we change the HUD. Let's splice this in here. Hey, Yerkes group. Hell yeah, man. Happy 2018. 1 year closer to death. Sorry. 1 year further from what's going on in the world today, though. That's good. Shit. Okay. Yerkes group, there's a method here, man. Well, there's a couple things. I knew I had to stream today because I'm not going to start the year off, like, shirking. You know, I'm pretty serious about making this game. This is what I'm doing this year. So I'm going to make this game. I was going to stream today. I have energy now, and I've got a lot of stuff to do, like get groceries and take a long nap. So I figured I'd stream first, then do that, and then maybe stream more later. Because I try to get in like 2-3 hour streams on Monday. So the goal is to get the stream in and out of the way early. Hopefully it's not hanging over my head. Thanks for being here, guys. Okay, so when you resume, let's make sure we... Basically, anytime you go to the gameplay HUD, okay, let me think this through. Do I want to tie the camera zooming into the level to the gameplay HUD state? And what are the repercussions if I do that? And how would I do that? I think I do. Where do I want that to live? In the game mode or in the HUD? Probably in the game mode. How do I call this? Call it here. Call it here. I have a function. Oh. Oh. Oh shit, yeah, I'll just put it here. Fuck, I forgot I even did that. Sweet. I thought that was going something on the HUD. Okay. Sick, man. Okay. When you're transitioning from level to level, I want to hold the camera. When you're basically fits. That was false before, right? Yes. This is not a thing we do anymore. Wait. Yes, it is. What? Uh-oh. Whenever something doesn't paste, that means there's certain things you can't put into a function. So I lost something. A delay. You can't have a delay. Shit. Okay, look, for now, anytime we call, this is kind of bullshit, but... maybe you can instantly delete this. Let's try it. Because technically lock outgoing should say it should no longer care that you have that I'm deleting this actor. Let's find out if that's true. That used to be kind of busted. Okay, where was I? Undo. I was not here. I was UI to gameplay HUD. Okay, yeah. And also this can't be here. That's really weird. Let's put you in here. Camera to gameplay camera. Which playtest EX group? With Chris? Chris has been extremely helpful. He played for 2 hours. Gave a lot of great feedback. Then he, like, on his own played another hour later. Recorded it. And sent me the video recording with his thoughts on each level, which was pretty sweet of him. It's always great when somebody does that. It turns out my game is kind of long. Maybe too long. I don't know. I'm still kind of feeling that out. I do feel like I'm torn. I don't know many people that play puzzle games. There's a couple different things you can do. You can seek out people that play puzzle games and playtest with them. Rather than playtesting with my designer friends, I could find people I know that just like players, gamers. I could go in that direction. Or you could say, I want a game that is not just for this niche audience, I want a game that's for a broader audience, and see what they say. What they'll want is probably a game that's more, what do you put it? I don't want to say easier. The general market usually looks for more production values. Some of the feedback I'm getting is things like, I have to plan 3 moves ahead, and that's terrible. Whereas there's people who would be like, that's great. I don't know how to explain it. But basically I I don't know who my audience is yet, which is actually a problem I'm realizing I have. Hey Greg Zerman, what's up, man? Happy New Year. A bunch of people just dropped in. The playtest went well. The game is definitely fun. I don't know what my audience is yet. That's kind of like the takeaway right now. I don't know how hard I want the game to be. Well, I know how hard I want the game to be. I don't know how hard the game should be. It's an ongoing conversation. And that's really dumbing it down to say I don't know how hard I want the game to be. I don't know how niche I want the game to be would be a better way to put it. Oh, fuck, what was I doing? Init camera. Okay. Next thing, when I hit pause, I want to zoom back out again. So... I'm in rough shape. I think that worked. Event graph. Okay. So if we're going to gameplay, how do we do that? If we are... When you hit... Happy New Year, Soviet Misaki. Okay. I feel like this thing where I possess and unpossess the pawn is also when I want to switch the camera. I'm just thinking through all the different UI I have so far and what I'm going to add. I basically always want the camera to be at the main menu place unless you're in gameplay HUD mode, or maybe no HUD mode. But I don't think I want the HUD to have control of the camera. I think I want that in the game mode, right? I think I want the game mode to call to the HUD, never the other way around. Oh, that's not gonna work. Fuck it, let's just do some shit. UI to gameplay HUD. Yeah, of course, Gregzer. Absolutely. You guys should always show each other what you're working on. Glad you guys are hitting the ground running. Oh God, Soviet, I'm so sorry, man. Working on a gun. Time-honored tradition. Do other stuff. Oh, this is just Imager. That was ArtStation because I'm dumb. Cool. I'm not a prop modeler. I just like looking at shit. Okay. Right, so we made this function. We should probably call it. You are from gameplay HUD. Let's put this in game mode. live in London? That's cool, man. I like this. I don't know why. I feel like it has weight to it. I can imagine, like, someone using this. I can imagine exactly how I'd want to animate someone using it. It's unique. Is this based on anything? This is cool. Cool. Yeah, that last one was pretty cool, man. Oh god, what did I do? Play controller. How many of us are hungover? Well, I'm throwing my hat into that ring. It's starting to hit me now. Oh, sweet, you're gonna put it in a game engine, Grexer? That'll change everything, because then you're working with totally different shaders. Give it time, your ex-group. Oh god, what do I do now? Player controller. Right, I have to actually call that damn thing. She'll be in the HUD. Goddamn brain, come on. Let's get it together. Okay. When you go to... This is gonna be pretty cool when it's all said and done. It's actually cooler than I thought it would be. Hey Middle, what's up man? Unreal Engine tends to look a bit different from Marmoset. Yeah, no shit. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in it though. I mean there's a lot of cool stuff you can do both. This day is a rough day. This is surprisingly cool though. I actually like this more than I thought I would. Like, I like this so much I kind of want to lean into it. I was gonna kind of tone things down. And I feel like we should just... I don't know, it's just cool. Like, I was gonna have the rest of the world fade away and stuff, but now I just think it's sweet that you always see all the city. Maybe you do always see the art backdrop. I mean, this is obviously super busted. But like as a core concept, if I fixed the art and shit, that might be neat. Crap, this is cool. God, I gotta rethink how I want the UI to be now. Fuck. It's one of those good problems. Something ended up being... No, the stream didn't freeze. It was my brain that froze, man. Sorry. I woke up like... I felt like I didn't have a hangover at all, but I guess it just was taking its time to get there. This is gonna be a good day. That's my sarcasm. I can't even sarcasm yet. I don't even have that yet. Fuck. On the upside, we were drinking eggnog last night, and the thing about eggnog is you can only drink eggnog at a certain pace. So I didn't get as shit-faced as I have in the past. I gotta completely rethink the UI, because this is cool. I mean, what I was gonna do was have the... Like, I mean, it was always gonna be cool, but I didn't expect it to be this cool this fast. So, I'm probably gonna need a couple different versions of these. I mean, this is a very temp backdrop that is kind of game-breaking, because, like, you can't see the game anymore. So I can't put this... Like, I can't fix this by Wednesday. So let's just write that off as not gonna happen. Mohica won't get to see whatever we do here. And let's sketch what the UI should look like. If I change it so that the world is always showing. And that hitting pause just zooms you out. I mean, this is going back towards an idea I initially had where you would switch between tracks and the game was linear, and I moved away from that to a world where the game is much more non-linear and you have multiple options for different things at any time, which may be fine. Maybe we just don't need a narrative reason. You can just get sucked up into it. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. Okay, so like sorry guys. I mean, this was never going to be here. This was always temp for debug, right? What I was going to have was icons that you would see in the world, and then you'd click it and you'd load into that. But I definitely like that you just zoom into the actual thing. Like, that's sweet. So that's gotta stay. Because it's too cool not to. I need to see this without the UI. Not you. you doing? Okay. Go away. Happy New Year, Attack Button. resolutions too. Happy New Year. Sorry. Attack button, thank you. Shit. Dude, 3 months in a row. Way to be here from the beginning, man. Nordle. You guys. Sorry, I'm just thinking this through. I know I'm not talking, it's because I had a plan for the overworld, and the plan was not what I'm about to do. I kind of want to rethink how the UI is going to look. And now I've got to think, like, is there a separate screen for the main menu versus the level select? And ideally, like, I want as few fucking UI screens to manage as possible. There's gonna be an options screen. There's gonna be the HUD. And ideally then there's just one other one, the one that's simultaneously the level select and also the main menu, right? The landing page when you enter the game, when you boot up the game. It's possible you make two. It's possible we make one that's the main menu and one that's this level select. Because, like, this feels cool. That... Hold on. Because we just got some new people. I'll show you why I'm, like, rethinking this. The idea that when you start a level, you just zoom into an area and then you zoom out, that's kind of cool. And we can probably take that way further. Like, this already feels cool, which means that taken to an... which means you start here and it's only gonna get cooler. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but I don't want to lose this. I like that. I like that a lot. So the question is... And I wanted to have one thing that is the level select and the main HUD, so I just gotta figure out what that's gonna look like. What are the things I have right now on that screen? Yeah, there might be a game over screen. Well, there's a you won the game screen, and there's like little boxes that pop up, like you completed this section kind of thing. Like, this is going to be a narrative bait. Section complete. Interesting, that zooms out as well. Do I want that to zoom out? Probably I don't want it to zoom out until I hit OK. But see, like, I'm already thinking, yeah, I want to zoom in and out. I love it. That's good. That's cool. I'm gonna do that. But now what the fuck is my UI? I need to list all the available missions, songs, whatever we want to call them. The percentage that they're complete, and a description. That's gotta go somewhere. Also, I need, I guess, like a save and quit. Start, resume, quit. Start and resume will probably be the same button. Change a save file. Jesus, what's on a main menu? You know, Thomas Was Alone had, like, no main menu. What did he get away with? Let's Google that. Resume. Wait, he didn't have a fucking options screen? This must be part of the options screen. Scenario select. probably closest to mine. And like... Okay, there's nothing to learn from this UI. Why do they always include credits? Who gives a shit? Layout options. Let's assume there's gonna be like 4 or 5 things here. Let's assume this element is gonna be like that biggish. Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry, Thmeka. I don't have that. I've been going for about an hour, and I usually go for about 3 or 4 hours in the morning. But it's a rough day, man, so I don't know. We're gonna see what we can do here. See what I got in me today. I'm kind of excited about this, so... But I'm also kind of really hungover, so there's like competing forces in how long this stream is gonna last. Alright, where do I want this shit? And this is gonna be like, at any given time, you're gonna have like 3 to 5 levels. So it'll be like, I'm not gonna let you see like your past and got crunk at first night Boston last night. No, actually Boston usually throws a bunch of New Year's stuff and they canceled it all because it was frigid last night. I did like intentionally get drunk enough that I was cool with walking a mile home in, you know, sub-zero weather. It's getting real in Boston. Do I want this to be a scroll list? Fuck, man. I want you to be able to... do I want you to be able to click on the world? That was the initial idea. When I started making the overworld, it was so that you could select a thing. I'm still gonna need an area with a description. Shit, I want to go in that direction. I don't know if that's good or not. It's definitely harder. Could do like a little icon. Though now that feels lame now that I see this. It could be not lame though. Okay, the HUD's gonna be 3D. Or, I'm sorry, the main menu's gonna be 3D. When you hover over a section, it's gonna light up like this. When you aren't hovered over it, it's gonna turn blue, like stage lighting. I need a place to put the description of the level. Description of the level. Of level. Blah. Fucking blah. Let me get something that's actually... nice. I wish word wrap worked because this is lame. So like you hover over this and that shows maybe? Maybe it shows in a different place depending on where you hover. Oh god, I'm loving it more and more. Yeah. It'll be like... This is unnecessarily complicated, but it's gonna be so cool. Alright, but how do you know what your available missions are? I'm gonna need 3 states. Like a state when it's just the background, a state when it's an available mission, and a state when it's hovered over. But there's some missions that are hidden, right? Like there's some that are not part of the world map. So what does that look like? Maybe I won't worry about that yet. Nah, I kinda got it, don't I? What are you guys thinking here? Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. Hey, Nimbus Cat. Sorry I'm in a zone here. Yeah, it's 1 degree Boston right now. Yeah. And it's daytime. It was freezing last night. Ooh, Yerk's group. I think it looks like a comic book. That's not the... You know, I should be looking at jazz posters. Let's do that. Jazz poster. Let's just keep that shit in mind here. Shit, I love that poster. There's nothing to take away from some of these. I just like that. It'd be cooler if it was spelling something. If you realized, like, when you tilted your head it said something. Nah, wait, let's... Let me just figure out where I want things. Then we'll figure out the style. like the world wants to sit here. That would be big. Then, like, when you click a level, that goes back. And it pops back up again. Like, the location of the moon can move based on where you are, that'd be fine. It's not a moon, it's a point of interest. It's important. Sorry, I've noticed in a lot of games that has a lot of menus, like Total War Game, I've noticed changing the graphical options seems to be omitted when you're playing in campaign mode as opposed to the start menu where you can. I know in a lot of other games being able to adjust the graphic options is always an option no matter what part of the game you're in. Yeah. Thank you, Roland. I mean, we could treat it graphically many different ways. It could be the moon popping forward and back. The moon. It could be like a band billboard flipping down and flipping back up again. It could be almost anything. I like that it's there, though. Top right. That's the important part. This blue is too bright and distracting for that to actually be what it is, but the idea is that there's something and it is there. And then we'll figure that out later. For now, we'll leave the moon over here. And I don't think I want this to look like a comic book. I think I want it to look something sketchy, something different. But I like the idea that this pops up when you mouse over things. So rather than having a list of possible missions, you'll mouse over things. What does it look like for the indoor missions? There's a couple of missions that aren't just like visible in the world. And I don't really have a plan for that. I'm just gonna have them kind of like, the camera would zoom into an interior and maybe some effect would happen. But that doesn't work with the new HUD, with the idea that the world is also your main menu. You know, yeah, York's group, I know how to do it when you have a mouse over it, and that's what I want to do. I have like theatric lighting when you mouse over something. But I think, how do I show people that these are the available missions versus not? I guess I could just desaturate sections. Because otherwise, like, if you mouse over this and you know that this is a level you can go to, how do you know what the other options are? Right? Like, I'm going to need 3 states. I'm going to need this is not an available mission, this is an available mission, and this is an available mission that you're currently moused over. And I'm going to have to figure out what that looks like. And I'm going to have to figure out what it looks like when you have an available mission for all 3 of those states, basically. Well, at least 2 of those states. For things that aren't visible on the map, because there's just no way I can put every level in the game in the map right now. That's just not possible, unfortunately. So, I don't know, maybe there's like... No, it is... Fuck, it's possible. Fuck. Oh, this is doable. Oh god, this is gonna be so cool. Okay. Oh god, how do I even start? Fuck. Okay. We should get things technically working. We should not think about what it looks like yet. Like, figuring out if this is a moon versus a billboard versus whatever isn't as important as having it just exist. So we should get this to exist. I'm gonna need to figure out... Hate detection and detecting where your cursor is in Unreal is like an actual nightmare with UMG. Figuring out what your cursor is currently over. I'm probably gonna have to rethink some of that. Also, how does this work with a controller? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Forkage. I can't say your name, man. Hi. Welcome to the game. Or whatever. Hi. Welcome to the Twitch channel. This is gonna be really cool. This is a weird day, man. What's up is I'm making an indie game, and I've come up with an interesting idea for the main menu that I like. Which is a weird thing to get this excited about, but I'm actually pretty excited about. There's a lot to consider here. Like, if the world is also my main menu, not only do I need pretty damn good hit detection. Well, yeah. I need pretty good hit detection. We're gonna have a serious problem with resolutions. And I don't exactly know where to start. Okay, what do I have? Yeah, Architect. I'm sorry, bringing you up to speed will be a bit, because everything is super gross and broken right now, so it's going to be hard to show you the game. But this is a 3D puzzle game, where you manipulate these little machines. You move them around in the world, and you try to get them to, make it to something more interesting. Oh, that's broken. Good to know. Shit, hella broken, too. Interesting. But yeah, you try not to die, fall off the world, or anything like that. Playing as a series of machines that desperately want to make their big break as musicians. And you joined us on the new year, and everything is hella busted, so that's the current state. Thanks, Architect. I'm trying to decide if this is the best idea or the stupidest idea. And also how I would even quickly prototype it. I don't know. Oh, you said you could hear the jazz, and I was like, wait, did I turn on the audio? I'm working with a musician here in Boston. That's pretty cool. Hey, Cynical Sandal, what's up, man? I met a person at Boston Indies. He was the first chair trombone in his school. He's an aspiring musician. He's perfect. I can't wait to see what he writes. He's composing some stuff right now. The best part about him was he was just immediately like, I want to learn Unreal. I want to implement it. I've got these ideas. I want to try different things. I want the music to layer as you move from level to level. He was instantly like thinking about it, which is good. And he's super into indie games. I don't know. Sometimes you collaborate with someone, you kind of want to click like that. So it's good. God. Alright, I need to go get some. I need 5 minutes. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm hungover, so I need to get my brain working right. And then I will return. And we're gonna make this a reality. I'm planning on this coming out on PC initially, just on Steam. I think maybe. I mean, I'm gonna support controller, just because I usually play games with controller. And I don't know why not. Yeah, the coffee to work ratio is linear. Yeah. Alright, I need to think and get coffee, which means I need to brew a new pot of coffee. So, I'll be about 5 minutes. But I'll be back. coffee will come. It could work on mobile. I'd have to rethink the control schemes. I've never made a mobile game before. I'm not against the idea. It's so far outside of my wheelhouse. I've always made console and PC games. I don't know what I don't know in that space. I suspect I would always release on Steam first and then rethink things for a touch device. And then, I don't know. I don't know much about the mobile stuff. Hey Biker, good morning, man. And Happy New Year. Thanks, Attack Button. Hope you have a good day, man. Alrighty. Let's swing back into it. Okay. When last we left off, Gwen was trying to figure out how to even begin doing the UI. 'Cause I don't know. Fuck. Well, first, let's print the available missions. Maybe. Let's start there. Yeah. Let's do several things. This is gonna go. This is gonna go. For now, we'll just leave this stuff. I did windowed mode at the request of a audio guy I'm working with. Let's move this shit down here. Figure out what this all looks like later. Sure. So this will all be like, you know what, I should just do this right. This is not a temp thing. Let's put in what do you fucking call it? A panel that is vertical? Sure. Yeah, let's put in a panel. And put these in that. Put this in this. Okay, shit, where'd that panel go? I did just make that right. Okay, yeah, okay, name buttons. I'll figure out a better name later. Okay, wish you were visible. It'd be sweet if you were visible. Why are you not visible? How's the game coming along? Pretty good. I'm on track. My goals for December were to gray box all the level fragments, and I wasn't going to start gray boxing the world until January, but I kind of almost sort of started, which is why I'm on this weird trajectory now. I'm just gonna keep doing this because I like the way it looks. I feel really cool. But like, ka-pew! 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 Anyway, yeah. So I've started gray boxing. I've started stitching the level fragments together, putting the world together, figuring out what all that's gonna look like. And now obviously it's time to rethink the levels select screen, which is what we're doing right now. I think at the beginning of December I declared my goals as I'm gonna gray box all the level fragments and I'm gonna do the beautiful corner. I punted on the beautiful corner. I spent a lot more time working on the character art, which was I think more important. Usually you would do things like figure out exactly what one character would look like and one environment would look like, but instead I wanted to know what all the characters would look like together, so I kind of worked on that instead. The environments are lagging, but I suspect, like what I have here, this is procedurally generated with a script based on the level fragments and where their location is. And while it looks like garbage now, I think I want to keep pushing on that script. Basically, I want to... Level design is hard, and I want to be able to change the levels right up until the last possible second and regenerate the world, rework the art around it. Most of the games I've worked on, something that we've never regretted doing was making as much of the art as flexible as possible. Things like the ability to scale a building and have the windows pop in, and being able to lay down a spline for a road and have the road look good and that sort of thing. That's always good. Anytime you have the ability to keep tweaking the world for as long as possible, that's always a good thing. So I have a lot of things to figure out with the environment art. I don't think that this is final. Like, even this part right here. I think, obviously, this needs a lot of work, right? I do think it'll be sketchy and it'll be interesting looking. It just won't be anywhere nearly this sketchy. But I think I can come up with something, like an interesting art style that works, that's scripted, largely, and I'll rely a lot more on character performance and lighting, and post-proc, and a lot less on having a large number of assets. Anyway, the goals for January are probably going to be to something environment art. Figure out stuff. I need to spend this week figuring out what I want to even do for the environment art, and what direction I want to take that, and I want to get further with that. And also, by the end of January, I'd like to have a good rough gray box of the world, and I want to have this level select screen working. I think that would be a pretty good January. If I could get there, I'd be in a good spot. Oh yeah, Chef, a lot of this is broken as shit right now, man. Like, super broken. Like, I just crashed. I haven't started stitching the levels together seriously, I just kind of put them around. And some of them are penetrating through each other, and it's not even close to final. Oh, this is fucking broken as hell. I mean, the individual level fragments I'll play, so if I was to unload all the backdrops and just play through the game, like, the puzzles are all there. Which was basically what I've been working on until now. But, like, there's a pretty good chance... aside from the fact that it looks like a fucking mess. Like this right here, these two levels are crashed together so you can't see it, but that's the win location. So like I've gotten the game into a state now where it's so broken people can't see what they're playing. And so I can't have people play this anymore until I fix it all. But I have a build from December where the whole game is playable. Where you can play each of the level fragments and they're progressing from easier to harder, and I'm pretty confident in that. Now we've just kind of got to break things again to make it better, and then I'll have a build by the end of this month that is not broken. And then we'll just keep breaking the game and remaking it, man. Until it's this perfect crystalline diamond. Can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, guys. What was I doing? This day is gonna be a weird one. I was looking at the main menu and this is weird. Yeah, what's going on here? Phil? No, auto. Why can't I see you? Are you behind stuff? Behind stuff, right? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, start. Zoom. Quit. Where are you? Why are you a different size for no reason? Probably a size to content thing. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a size to content thing. Mm. Alright. How many hours am I into this project? Shit, man, I have no idea. I don't measure my time in such a small increment. Yeah. I don't know, man. I didn't mean that to sound condescending. I've just literally never... Like, I think about hours in terms of how long it might take me to rig a character. Or... Like, I can give you hours for specific tasks. But, like... Making a game from beginning to end, measuring that in hours is... very difficult. Do we celebrate Carnival? No. What is Carnival? Yeah, well, if you define the project as what I'm doing today, I started the stream an hour and 50 minutes ago. Okay, so... I haven't actually made any real progress, but I feel like it because the buttons look different, right? So we can be happy about that. Let's fucking print the available missions. That would be good. So on the HUD, okay, so now what I've been doing is I initialize these buttons. Instead of doing that, let's make a new function, which is return sections to list. Sure. And get all sections. Incomplete. It's not complete, true. Okay, so this is all my completed sections. Cool. How about update available sections? And what I'm going to want is the section, the percentage that it's completed, and like probably a name and a description. The name and the description will probably exist on a table somewhere. For now, let's just do the easiest imaginable thing and print out what's available. I need some sort of map somewhere that is like, this section unlocks when these sections are done. For now, let's hard code it. don't think I should do this every fucking time. But find if the section's unlocked. Okay. Okay, so sometimes a section's unlocked, but it's been completed, so we'll call that, instead of section unlocked, how about section available, which will be if the section is unlocked. Oh, jeez. Sorry guys, I haven't been checking this. Here in the Netherlands, you dress up as something. I go as an ice bear, and you just get drunk for 3 days straight. The music is terrible, but after a while, you just stop bothering. That sounds fantastic. Happy Monday, May. Okay, so you dress up as an ice bear and you get drunk for 3 days. Why are you on Twitch, Nordal? Why aren't you doing that, man? Oh, I'm in a lot of pain, guys. Right. So if it's unlocked and the number of completed levels is less than the number of levels in the section, then it's available. Let's check it go. Do anything anymore. Do I know C++? No, I don't. because it is the next event in February and I'm looking forward to it, and wondered if they have it in the USA since they're live a lot of Christmas. Of Christians. There live a lot of Christians. Yeah, we don't have that in America. I don't know why. I think they have, I don't think this is anything like Mardi Gras, which is huge in like New Orleans and such. And a couple other places. I don't know much about it, but it's definitely not as present in America as it probably is over there. I was smart, nominated myself to look after my nephews, and had a few lager. After being slightly tired from the boys, going to bed late, and getting up so early I can handle the day well. Dude, 85%. Way to go, Bad Eye. I don't know, Nordal. Carnival sounds pretty sweet. I know I don't know if it's the same thing, but Carnival... The reason I keep saying Carnival is because in South America, there is something called Carnival, and it is fucking huge down there. Yeah, Middle just chimed in. There you go. In Brazil. Oh, it's the same thing as Mardi Gras. Yeah, Mardi Gras is big only in New Orleans. Nobody really knows what it's about, like, historically. What it is now is everybody gets drunk, and you give chicks beads, and they show you their tits. That's basically... Like, if I was to sum up what Mardi Gras is now in America, that's kind of... It's like a party. There's probably... It's not a religious event, as far as I know. Maybe it is. Initially, or something, to somebody. But yeah, it's big in New Orleans. I've never been. I hear it's a shit show. Down in New Orleans. I love New Orleans. This is somebody who has no idea what Mardi Gras is and has never been to New Orleans describing Mardi Gras. So I'm very sorry. This is like my stupid understanding of what Mardi Gras is. I'm sure somebody who's from that area would have a much better explanation. There's floats and a parade and shit, and it's pretty cool. From Friday to Wednesday, is that like... Is this completely different from Ash Wednesday and all that stuff? Okay, so this is a function that will take the things you need to... Okay. This is dumb. I need a... spreadsheet. Oh, we won't worry about that for now. going on here? It's the party before you fast, but nowadays everyone goes for the party and doesn't fast. I see. Yeah. Okay, it is the same thing, Ash Wednesday. Something is triggering me right now with UE4. I've got loads of functions and I want to use the wildcard input 3 of them. I've got loads of functions and I want to use the wildcard input 3 of them. What? You want to use... I've never used a wildcard input into a function. Are you saying it's something here? A quick hack I usually do when I'm not... functions, you can only take certain inputs that they unlock. Macros tend to let you do crazier shit, like having multiple execute inputs or have weirder inputs. That might be where you want to go, maybe not. Let me think. Yeah, I've never used a wildcard input into a function or a macro. Like, the most... generally almost everything is an actor. It's kind of weird in that way. So I would just input an actor and then I would cast it to different things depending on what I needed the function to do. I've never needed a wildcard input. I would wonder if there's a class that's a little bit lower level that you could input for that given thing, and then you can cast it within the function. This is why I don't like blueprints, just don't make sense. Much easier to do in C++. I'm sure if you like, you know what you're familiar with, you know. Mardi Gras initially in France was a day when they made king's cake. Whoever got the bean had a day where they took the king's roll. This day meant to show people in the kingdom that it is difficult to rule, that their king was doing his best at any given moment. Cool. Shit, May. That's kind of cool. Ash Wednesday is definitely about, you feast and then you fast for a while. From my very limited understanding, which is very limited. Looking at the for each loop. An array of wildcards, you're right. How did they get away with that shit? It's a macro, not a function. Keep that in mind. Different things. So maybe if you make like a blueprint macro library. I bet the key is somewhere in this. You might need to change what the base is. Like I always use an actor as a base, but maybe that's not the point. Maybe you can input a wildcard here. Yeah, see? You can input a wildcard. Macros and functions are different. Alan's gone on in the past about how under the hood terrifying things are happening in that regard. So maybe if you want to experience some pain as a programmer, you could try to learn the differences there. I definitely know there's things I just instinctively avoid. And I'm not good at articulating those things because I don't even realize it anymore. There's just things I know don't work, so I avoid them. And I've done it for so long I've forgotten. I've used this engine for a very long time. Oh, Middle's in the chat. I'm sorry. Just do whatever Middle says. That guy knows his shit. Okay. Jesus, that was loud. Figure out groceries. So that's what you guys want. You want your streamer to be figuring out when she's going to the grocery store. That's entertaining. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at streaming, okay? Aw. It's the first of the year. See, Middle can tell you everything you need to know about blueprints, the Unreal Engine, and also Carnival. He's the most useful person in the chat right now. Yes, I do occasionally need food. Okay. Where the hell were we? What were we doing here? What am I doing with my life? Okay, well this is all super fucked, right? So, let's move away from this. Main menu. Yes, you're making a function that returns... Okay, so part of the thing is I broke all this. Let's at least get the solo levels working. In this extremely stupid way. At some point, I'll make a fucking spreadsheet and I'll do this right, but I don't even know what I need yet, so... For now, we're just gonna hardcode everything in the dumbest imaginable way. Okay, so this will get the beginning stuff kind of going. So that updates which sections have been completed. This updates which sections are available, which is the thing that actually matters. Let's just... for each of these. Get all the available sections. Create a button for them. Ooh, oops, no. Return if a section is available, the percentage that it's completed, and the next level in section. Which will be name. Which will be if nice. First level. Set the first available level to be the level we're looking at. Bam. And then output that. Local. There we go. Okay. Oh, when you create level. Okay. This is not how we're going to do it. I just need to get this working. So let's add another variable that is available levels. Jesus. I need some sort of map from this section to the available level. I need a struct. I need a lot of things. I don't know what I need. Damn it. Clear the available sections. Figure out what you need. If this is an available section. Add this. It's obviously not how this will actually get done, but So now what you can do these two arrays should be the same size and should match, so I can just get the available levels. That'll be the level name. Cast a game mode BP. This. Wait, what is this? Get level status. No, I'm doing that already. I know that this level's available. Set is enabled on the button widget. Don't need to do that. Should always be enabled. This can all go away. Right, yeah. Okay, so what do you call it even? Opening level section. This is one of those things where you can't change the casing, like if it's upper or lowercase. I typed it wrong once, so I'm fucked. That's just gonna be uppercase forever. Let's see what we get. How broken is this? There's one thing available. That's weird. There should be more than that. Also, let's just admit that this is probably all gonna go. Not that. You can go over there. Okay, so upon starting, okay, the gray box is not going away and I've got no available levels. Oh no, that's correct, actually. Start. That's broken. And I can't go back. Okay, so if it's working, this section is complete and 3 levels should unlock, but they don't. I only get 1. Which one do I get? Only the accordion. Bizarre. Okay. That could be for any number of reasons. Duh. Where am I? Return section. Update this. There should have been 2 levels unlocked, but there's only 1. Is the problem here? Or is the problem when you create the buttons? Clear the children for each available section. Okay, so you see that there should be 2. You've made no buttons. Why? See if there's 2 levels. Don't know why they're available. Instant ramen. Oh god, no. Let's not start off the new year with instant ramen. Hey, Dolphin. Hey, you have no idea. I can beat this game so fast. But it looks like it's a 6-hour game. Minimum. If you don't do the hard shit. Well, I need to cut some of it, I think. Which is kind of surprising. I was thinking it'd be like shorter than that. God, I broke everything today. This is insane. Okay, let's not panic yet. Was I setting the size to 0? That is not the immediate problem. On the upside, this is super definitely working. Let's see what else uses. Only used here, huh? Create the level buttons. Here's a weird thought. Are you anchored properly? There we go. Okay, yeah. So there's 2 levels unlocked. One should be the drum and one should be the accordion, right? Yeah. Groovy. Everything looks distressingly fucked. Alright. Okay. The next thing. The whole point of doing this was that it was cool to see the overworld. Why can't I see the overworld? What is this gray thing? Is it you? Yeah. I don't want to see you anymore. Okay. We're getting somewhere, kinda. Alright. I am gonna take a break, and I am going to get some breakfast. Because I'm very hungover. I'm very excited about this, and I'm gonna stream more later. But I need a break. That will involve food and water. Getting my head on right. I think this is gonna be cooler than I expected. I mean, the game was always gonna be amazing, but like, I think that specifically the main menu is gonna be kinda cool. Which is not really a place I've intended to innovate, but I think it will. We'll see. Happy New Year's. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. I'm gonna stream at least one more time today. I'll probably chunk up today and stream multiple times, rather than doing like one big long stream, or 2 longish ones. Yeah. Scrambled eggs. Yeah, I got no groceries, man. I got eggs. I don't have any yogurt. I might just have to go to the grocery store now. We'll see where this day goes. Alright, see you guys in a bit.